Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. I am a little bit late today. I was just checking some charts. It's a very interesting day we have ahead. Um, I think I think the ES is in this close to this um, go no go level. Just to go, just to check it really fast. Let me show it what I'm talking about. You know, um, Nasdaq. I don't have too much time, but it's just Nasdaq has take uh, Nasdaq has taken the monthly 32 41. No, Nasdaq has not taken the monthly yet. But this is March. I wonder it is. You know, the adjusted contract has not. What I was talking the ES has reached. Oh, come on. You know, it is really close to this cluster of lows here, the 50, 66 here. That's my next reference in the lower side. And this is very close also to the high of this gap, this significant gap in the upper side, which is also the 5% pullback. But from yesterday we have a really questionable rally. It was hard for me. I messed up yesterday. I didn't have a good day, but because I was so focused. I think I focused too much on these things, right? Even though you knew that go with the market. I was trying to find a way to jump. I did a couple times. I did more than one short, but it was just so questionable. But I think this market was following. The leading was Nasdaq, I believe. There was tremendous amount of weakness in the Nasdaq. What happens sometimes is, I guess I just have too much information. I am processing just too much information that I just couldn't go with with the market because I got another information. I was watching too many things at the same time. I think that's on me, and that's something I need to uh, work. I need to work on that. Now, 5066. This bond market it just keeps breaking. Now, from yesterday, we have really bad. Inventory is super short from yesterday, and more important than being short, I think it's in weak hands, right? So far, we have had a rival counteractions to that. The market repair those weak. When that happened before, the market just retraced it. I don't know if that's going to be the case today. Um, the market is inside. We have inside this distribution at the lower side of yesterday's range. Very short market. 50. I was talking about the 50, 66, 50, 65, 6 points. Um, What's happened with this inventory? This inventory is very short as well. Overnight inventory is very short. We have extremely short inventory from yesterday. Let's see what the market does. No interest here in any kind of counter action here at the opening, from the opening. Really weak structure above, you know. All these references are, and when I had those things, I just have the tendency to question the movement. I wonder if I am paying too much attention to that. That's what I'm thinking right now. Maybe I'm paying too much attention, way too much attention to that single pieces of information right there. We have the 5100 today here. I don't know why I have it highlighted like this. What? And after this kind of movements, this kind of big movements, you know, there's not unusual to have some rebalancing here, you know, some sideways trading. Also, yesterday's volume was same as the previous day. I mean, for the magnitude of this break, you know, there's volume. There's no increase in volume. This looks like long liquidation. It seems like the market is in long liquidation mode right now. Hey, yeah, how are you, my friend? Was a little bit late today. I was checking my charts. Really interesting things right there. Something else that I'm going to put this on the side. There can be some movement here. I think they will have some opportunities today. You know, if this high, you know, just check how this where POC yesterday was, right? Yesterday every single rally, man, it was unbelievable. That's how I got burned at later. Every single rally was being sold. You know, look at this here, then here, then here. I say I was going to leave this market around, but I couldn't resist a long. And that's how I get a loss at close. I mean, late in the day. I thought there was some odds of short covering rally. Maybe to this area again, and it didn't. It's just not there. It was just not there. Every single rally was being sold, and for very specific levels, right? And when this market, when K closed this distribution, I thought there was going to be something here, you know, but it just didn't. You know, another reason, no? And that's why you don't go against the movement. You don't go against the trend. You don't face. I mean, you don't fight a trading market. Just look at this, man. Just look at this. Yeah, the 5100 is also right here. And again, this high, we have yesterday a similar high here, right? An overnight high. This high is weakening. It's adding more weakness to this one here. Very mechanical selling, man. And the 51 right there as well. And I was checking yesterday also. I mean, you just get so, I was so pissed that I missed this piece of information here yesterday. In NQ, you have this, there were like 10 lows, a cluster of 10 lows here. But what happened in EQ also was it did take previous morning low. This is what I missed yesterday. It would have been easier. But of course in hindsight, right? It's easier when you have this kind of references being taken. Now the ES has, it is the 5063 in the ES. And that reference is very important because if the market takes this one out, the market take this one out, there's, what is low here? Yeah, exactly 63. They're not waiting, just selling from here. Lower volume now. This time it was faster. Yesterday there was a lot of back and forth, right? We have a lot of back and forth here. This area here, I have highlighted this area. There's huge volume there. Now this can be a situation here. This can be a situation where the market gets too short. It's exactly this low here. Now what do? You got this high, you got this low. Yeah, but this can be a situation where a sign, right, that the market can be getting too short. And the same kind of bias that I had yesterday that prevent me to sell from here to here, from here. It can happen in the other way around as well. The trend is to the downside. Okay? Daily is trending lower, weekly is trending lower. It's challenging. It's challenging the monthly low as well. I want to see if there's some kind of rebalancing here. Or if we have downside continuation. Usually after this kind of days, the overnight has a tendency also to continue the direction of the movement. We didn't have that yesterday. There's a huge break also. Not a huge break, but the bond markets are also having tremendous pressure to the downside. Now BIX is, I guess we have BIX volatility index is at how much? 19 now. Mm. You have wider ranges when we have when volatility increases. The movements tend to be longer, tend to be wider too, either to the upside or to the downside. The next, this is March low. It's really close, right? It's really close here. It's really close here. If this level is taken, next thing in the lower side, overnight low, weekly low down here, and March low, 5063. I think this is a go no go level. This one here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 highs. I mean 4 lows. Four lows here. 2 more here forming. Alright. We might have downside extension here. This may look expensive. These ones are 9 points. Market is getting out of balance again. Is this the look below on failure? Now this market can come all the way up to here and still be, you know, if it closes up here, it's still a downside day. Now that this low has been taken. We have really good volume here. Notice where this volume is. This is a good volume. Only 15 minutes. This may end up way up here. Yes, they have good volume here. I'm checking this level here. The market may have may this could this 5063 could be what the market's been focusing now, because this is the low, the monthly low. Yeah, just momentum here. At 51. Yeah, inventory is getting short. It's definitely is getting. I think that's very short in weak hands. The corrections of those inventories doesn't necessarily has to happen the same day or the next day. You know, I want to see what the market does relative to this one here. Look at this, just checking, and this is also 5% pullback here. And the weekly also has a double week, and a very weak level. And the thing is, all this is same reference in all time frames. It's here, it is here, and it's here as well. Look at we're selling from previous day low. Yeah, right, that feeling that you have, pay attention to those things, right? You have the feeling, and you also have that the rational part that's telling you maybe too short, right? There will always be a fight between those two. I find out that what I need to do is refine, kind of like work on that feeling to make it instinctive. It's very close to the 5100, selling from halfback here. Let's see if this market takes this halfback and then 51, then sell, or if there is some selling that comes from this level, right? Remember, this is 10 minutes into the pills period. Market is coming back inside here. We have good volume here. This can be a day with I hope we got some good opportunities here. What I do with this? Let me set it aside. It's a lot of fight around this low here. Okay, selling again from this halfback. It doesn't mean it cannot hold, right? Let me check. What's after N? Yeah, it is coming back to this level, right? And what these ones are doing? These ones are selling, right? I know these are selling because the market is lower. Now, these are have more selling that's coming lower, right? When they happen, the first time it happened, the hardback was not here, hardback was up here. Now, the second time it's coming back is hardback. Now, there's some kind of weakness being added here. We have more volume here, right? Very mechanical. Also, we have the 5100 here, right? You have 5100 here, kind of an area that's very questionable, but notice that we have good volume here, really good volume. Still, the market doesn't have direction, intraday direction. The daily it has direction. Daily is to the downside. And yes, yeah, I understand now. You can use after, right? Instead of and after. That was a question mark. Yeah, because if this keeps shorting, if there is something to the upside here, you know, if the market goes lower and then comes back and goes through this, all of these shorts will be forced, will start to get nervous, right? They may cover, or they may switch and go in the opposite direction now. That the feeling part that you are mentioning, man, that's really important. The thing is, we need to educate that, keep. That's the instinct, right? That's what James calls intuition. That's the intuition working there. But the thing is, we need to provide. We need to give the right feedback to that, the right things. When we were trading candlesticks, selling from Fibonacci's, selling from moving averages, all that thing, we don't have that. We were just using wrong information, or information that is not valid information, right? We were just doing wrong, from my point of view. From my point of view, everybody is entitled to, if it works for you, great, right? But it didn't work for me. What I noticed is, when I started to use market profiles and actually gather information, just as you say, I got a feeling, right? I got a feeling this. I got a feeling that the market has to go lower, but I got a short here when the market come here, but then I closed it and went long here when the market came back in here. I was using first the 5150 calls. Now, because it didn't move that fast, I'm using the 5120 calls. And when this kind of volatility, it's really hard, man, because the movements are wider. We use the same guidelines, but the movements are wider. It helps when we have two ticks. When we use two ticks. The bond market has come back inside yesterday's range as well. It has to range out and has come back. It has came back in. Now, this, as you mentioned, this area has been taken, right? These ones, the ones that were shorting from hardback, have been probably out now. Now, the next thing is this area here. Is this area going to hold? Or this was just a removal of these weak shorts that were shorting right from halfback. Now probably the second ones, the ones that came after in the second time that were shorting from halfback, those ones more than likely are out. The first ones may be still here. Now we have volume here coming here. Higher volume here, higher volume here. Very, 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 very slow movement here. It's a day to the downside. Traders will be selling rallies here. Yesterday, every single rally was sold. Every single one, man. Selling coming from exactly from the opening. Same thing like yesterday, yeah? We have accumulation volume, right? The highs, 10s, were actually to the 20s. Something similar is happening again. Yeah, maybe it was a counter-action to overnight inventory, who knows? That's always a possibility. I thought this volume was going to be higher. You know, I thought maybe it was going to be up here, but it's just saying that, yes, I don't think that's much really. Now there's weakness. First we have weakness going lower, now the weakness is in the lowers is going high. It's coming right from this reference here. This is where I use this. This is when I use this thing, right? Now I have the area that you have mentioned was going lower, right? This was going lower. Now the same area here now is going upwards. Now can this movement take this area out? That if that happens, that may confirm the direction of the market. No, it was selling from halfback, now it's buying from halfback. You know, same kind of participants we have. As Jim says, this is pure trading, and that kind of uh, trading, that kind of activity is coming from since November, October last year. Every single rally was sold yesterday. No, I would say it may show, because this was this when the first time in A you got selling here, the first time, right? Here you have some reds here and ended here. When you have downside extension and they came back and started selling from this level, from the same level, this sign of, that was hard back, right? It was adding volume. That the second time it did, those were weaker sellers, right? The first time not, the second time was weaker sellers. Now when the market rallies and comes back to this red up here, the second time sellers, the guys who sold from hard back, those ones are out, and the first one may remain. I'm not saying I know for a fact that, because nobody knows that. I can just speculate. Now, if there is more serious buying here, when the market takes this area here, it joins to the ones that are covering, to the shorts that are covering, right? But I need to monitor. For continuation. If that's what I think it is, I need to see the next thing. The next thing is the upper cluster, right? The upper node of volume being taken out as well. And the market didn't take. The market came back here, added more here. It added more. First time added here and tried to go lower. It couldn't. Now the second time is coming back up here and it's adding here in this area. These ones remain. The shorts from here move a little bit higher, and they are trying to break this market again. New buyers appear from exactly the center, exactly half back here. Those ones have been taken out. When the market has this movement, right? This movement, this happens to be, coincidences happen to be previous day. Oh, okay. I thought it was previously low. No, it's not. I need to remove that reference here. I don't know why I have this thing here. It's kind of misleading here. What I am doing here, I am kind of like kind of zooming a little bit, zooming in a little bit here. I don't know what kind of trader you are or you want to be, if that can be useful for you, or maybe play against what you do. It's all based on observation. The things that work for your mindset, for your strategy, those are the things that you keep. You will hear a lot of people talking about this, talking about that, and other things, and you're the one who is going to filter, or who is going to select what can work, what is just BS, or what can be. There can be something there for you. Because most of the time, what other people say is actually, it can be counterproductive. It's just make second guess yourself. This was another attempt. To go to take. In this time, they couldn't get to yesterday's low. We just see this have no, we just pay attention to this, what we have here. This is more, what I have noticed for yesterday when I was doing my homework. I have noticed I got too many things. So I was watching just too many things. Um, I think that gives you cognitive bias, right? The market make a second attempt. The first time the market break, first time took yesterday's low and actually have some downside extension, right? But that was rejected. Now the market is making another attempt. Did you see that coming down? Make a second attempt. This time it didn't take. This low. That's one piece of information there. So just one piece of information. If there are longs here, they may still remain here. If there's long, the first time the market came back through this all the way up to here, if there is some longs here, you can see that there can be here, right? There can still be here. Now you can be doing something here. You can be shorting or buying from here, or you can just watch the 5100 and say, okay, just let the market, chop a little bit, and before it shows any direction here. And that's what that's what I do, right? I watch what the market is doing. That's the first thing. What the market is doing, or what the market is trying to do. It try to have some downside continuation. This may very well be a counteraction to this overnight inventory. Look at this volume, this huge volume here as well. Say that is up here. Most good amount of inventory is short. All right. Actually, there was no counteraction here, right? Because seller is up here, and the market, the counteraction is to the upside actually. To short inventory, counteraction is to the upside. If there is something here going higher, that can be a counteraction. Now, there still can be some longs here. There still can be some shorts here. So which one it is? Which one is going to prevail? Which one is going to succeed? That's what I'm constantly asking, right? Watching. But to do that, I need to be present in the market. Yeah. Most traders don't do that. If you don't have time to do that, that's why I always suggest, right? Try to increase your time frame instead of doing 30 minutes, maybe every 4 hours, right? Or daily or hour, something bigger. Because coming back yesterday, there were no people. Traders, came back when they saw this break, right? It's quite usual. When traders saw this big break here, that's when they come. They have alerts on their phones. The market is breaking. This is an opportunity to sell, or this is a trending market. But that's when the opportunity has already passed. More likely, right? The odds that you have something there are not that good, right? There were better opportunities before that. Just like in any business, when you are absolutely sure that something is going to work, the opportunity probably is already gone. You have noticed when you see some business is having some success, another business joins, right? The ones that may have the capital and may hesitate, still not good, right? I will wait until somebody else do the same thing. They see some people that is successful, the joins is being successful, more people joins, still get success. Oh, okay. Now when they see a bunch of people that is getting success with one specific business, they join. And that can be very well when the market gets saturated, right? That can be the end of that business in particular. That is what I think happened here. You know, everybody's short now. Everybody's short in this market now. And believe it or not, right now the market. I know, right? I know that the market is low. I know inventory is low. It's very short. I know that traders are the market is trying to keep directional move to the downside. We have an increased volume today, but right now this market doesn't have direction. It just doesn't. There is some form. There's some kind of rebalancing that being there's an attempt at rebalancing of the short inventory, but that attempt is not being successful. This high is very questionable, this one here, because we have double, the market was sold exactly from previous period here. It just, this is very questionable. But still, I mean, if it's not taken, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. The market, the movement can keep going lower. Momentum can keep taking the market lower. Let's see if the same thing happens now. When the market took this note out, it was sold from the opening. It was sold from the opening. Now it's the same thing is happening again. Same thing is happening again. It's just time to observe here. Mm-hmm. Now this one has been taken. Let's see if this high is repaired, because right there, right above here, we have this one here. And right above that, we have this one here. And this is February high. This can be resistance as well. Every time the market did this yesterday, it just was sold from that. That's the last thing traders remember. It was sold. And this level, there is a non-excess and non-completed action up here, way up here. It doesn't matter that this one has no taper here. If the market doesn't take that, so it's just not there, right? I'm not going to insist. I'm not going to insist. Oh, this is bad. The market has to take it. Well, it's impossible. The market has to repair this. You know, it can be, right? It's impossible, right? Because Jim said this is a weak level, and I say it has to be taken. That's the biases we have. Again, one tick from this high, brother. One tick from this high. Same thing that happened here. No, I won't be surprised now. I have something this, I'm not surprised if I have a movement and a quick selling here. A really quick selling that takes this one and takes this one. because that's what traders are doing. It was sold from halfback here, then it was sold from POs from opening, then it was sold from high, from previous first period high, right? Every time it's moving higher, higher, higher. Every single rally is being sold. Now it's being bought from halfback. Have you done anything? Have you been short or long? I did have a short and a long. I got a short here and a long here from this level. Sometimes when we start doing things yearly, we just get tired. We just get tired of shorting. And when the opportunity comes, we just are, exhausted. We may see it, we cannot take it. I got long some calls. I still didn't close those calls. I am underwater. If the market comes back and takes this low, gosh man, that wouldn't be good. But I need to see upside continuation here. I don't like this movement to the upside. It's so bad, man. This is adding weakness to this level here, but it doesn't necessarily have to be resolved or have to be fixed or repaired, right away, like today, for example, right? Yeah, these things here. For example, when the calls I have, this market has retraced from 10 to 1, has retraced 10 points almost. But that calls only have lost one. Has lost one, right? Now this is not good. It's coming from halfback here. The next thing is this. This is not good. I think it's too early now. This is the second time it's coming to halfback. This is really, this can go anywhere, any direction here. No. Momentum is to the downside. What's happening here right now, if we open yesterday's profile, we have this day to the downside. One time frame lower still continues. One time frame lower has not been breaking here. This is four white. This high is one, two, three. We have four highs now. Very weak level, but one time frame lower continues. Relative to yesterday, the action to the downside is still on. It hasn't ended. It hasn't ended yet. We still are trending lower here. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed relative to yesterday. Everything remains the same. You know, the pressure remains to the downside. Everything is to the downside. There's some relief in the bond market. I'll watching that too. No, this level has this is my first reference in the lower side. If this one cannot be taken, okay, what happens is it just leaves, okay, it just leaves a very weak reference in the upper side. This is a very weak high, okay, very weak high. I'm not going to let this market run against me too much. I have only 1 point, right? This 10 points movement has taken me. I'm taking a hit of 1 point. It's not looking good, man. Nasdaq is buying from half back, exactly from half back, and those kind of levels don't, no, usually don't last. Now, the longs from here have been taken, can probably have been taken out. The shorts from here probably are taken out. There is a new ones. There is a new wave of shorts that is coming to this market, that are here, right? That is adding, this building, this volume in the daily. This is the daily histogram here. So we have volume here, all this area. Shorts, longs, short, longs, long. If the market breaks, the longs are going to be forced to liquidate. If the market rallies, shorts are going to be forced to cover. But it's going to be. I'm not trying to upfront that. Now this thing can be a look below. Look below, come back in. Look below. Let's see. This is the second time it's been bought from this level. If any, I'm trying to see if there's an opportunity for a short here, believe it or not. The thing that happens when we have this kind of highs, it kind of limits the damage the market can do in the lower side. This is all the speaking, right? Everything. I'm trying to speak in terms of odds. Now we have a questionable low here too. Questionable high, questionable low. And the market can go back and forth, back and forth here. replace this, come back and change it a little bit higher, and then come back a little bit higher. You know? Oh, look at this. Look at where this market is being sold from the trend line here. Uh, 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 uh. Exactly from the trend line. Now this low has been repaired now. This one remains. Now we are below yesterday's low. I'm just about to open the next period. Now we have a weak high, a weak low here. Lot of volatility here. Selling again from this. It didn't come back inside this. Very mechanical, man. I got a short here. As soon as the market took this one, got a short, and when the market did this one, man, when the market did this thing, this is when I let it go here. This is why I let it go. And why I let it go here? Because of what we have out here as well. The same thing happening on both sides. We may have a break. We may have a break towards this 5063. You know, just one. It's very crazy. I mean, it's very hard. I will let this market alone here. It looks like we're heading towards a rotational day here. Yesterday, in only one period, we have something like 20,000. Now in 3 periods, look at what we have. It still doesn't have any direction here. We have a 3 period range here. Now this has been a repair. Did you see the movement that happened here? Like really fast. Boom. Those are the stops. Those are these stops being hit. B stops. If there is something to the downside, the market may come back here, and then the second time it comes, the market will keep walking its way lower. But the fields movement that happened here. That was a stop. Those were the stops being hit. If there is something serious, the market will come back through that. If not, it will just keep going higher and start another because this can be the beginning of another a potential rotation here. Notice how it's pushing from half back. This tells me who is doing this. Now instead of having instead of being the overnight high been taken, now that we have overnight low, you know. And that's the thing of being, yeah, not of getting in touch with market. Right? It doesn't matter if we have this bias here, right? You know, it just don't, it didn't happen, right? Maybe his market is going to come back and take this high or this one, but before taking this one, the market has to take this one first, and especially today's high. But if that doesn't happen, you know, what are they going to do? Because the structure is really bad, but momentum, you know, the momentum is to the downside. The market is going lower. Let's go with the market. Oh, no problem. I hope you are doing well. Um, I hope it helps really. It's really hard when we have these biases, you know, because I was long as well, you know. I was way my calls were these ones, the 53. Then the second time I targeted these ones, the 23, but it just didn't have it, right? It just didn't. And I was remembering what the market was doing yesterday. Every single time the market just sold from these highs. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 times it's doing the same thing, right? But and the trend, the action remains to the downside. The action is still to the downside relative to yesterday. I don't count this overnight, the overnight session when I see that, right? I can do this, for example. I can just remove that. What do we have here? The action remains to the downside, right? So why if I go long, it has to work fast, right? I was trying to work the odds here, but man, I just didn't have it. I get burned yesterday as well. Because I thought, man, this is really bad. This is the 4th time the market is doing, 4th, 5th time the market is doing this. Man, is that possible? That's what I thought, right? You have these rational thoughts that say, gosh, man, and but the market is I mean, the market doesn't have to do anything. The market is the movements that we are watching here is the beliefs of many traders, right? Millions of traders, right? Millions of companies, hundreds, thousands of companies positioning here, liquidating, buying, getting long, getting short. People believing, traders that believe the market is going to be bought from this level, traders that believe the market is going to be sold from this level, right? And we are part of that. We are part of that. And what the market is going to, is what the market is doing. That's what matters, regardless of what, you know, what the numbers are outside, regardless of what the biases can be, regardless of what you know, the analysts can be saying, regarding what the president is saying. What matters is what we are seeing here. Really, this is another tempo, for example, hasn't changed relative to yesterday. It's unbelievable weak here. Unbelievable weak here. But it's just not. It's, if I go long, I am trying to anticipate a movement. I'm trying to upfront a short covering. It's not happening. It's just not happening. And when it happens, if I keep doing that, probably if it happens, when it happens, I won't be able to join it. I will not be able to go alone because I failed so many times before. Um, that's also some kind herd mentality that we have, right? You know, this when we have it, the herd mentality is something that when we have a tendency to think in groups, right? It is us against somebody. If we're winning, it's okay. If we are losing, it's because it's somebody's fault, right? Because somebody bigger is trying to screw us. Um, that's also a bias. Um, it is really hard not think in that it comes back over and over. Uh, it is really a waste. I would say it's really a waste of time to try to think or trying to figure out who is behind. You know, if there's somebody bigger doing this, playing games. There can be, but who is going to be that? If I decide to investigate, the odds that I'm going to go or to get to the end of the line are unbelievable small, right? And at the end, it doesn't matter. Like because there's no this is trading, right? This is beliefs, right? A small, medium, bigger time frame traders, investment money also have the same feelings as us. Their time frame is different. They sell as well. They are forced to liquidate. They are forced to short cover. They are squeezed as well in both directions, just as us. And for this someone in particular, only one, yeah, we never know that. Jim mentioned once, when Donald Trump was won the elections like 8 years ago, the market the market sold off. The market was having a sell off, but it didn't reach limit down. Limit down is when the market just gets a halt, right? It just didn't reach. And there was some heavy buying happening at a certain level that didn't let the market halt or reach down limit. And there were talks, right? There were talks that was Icahn, Charles Icahn, what's his name? Charles Icahn, that was buying, um, but at the end nobody knew. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows who was, or if there was somebody. Right? And what matters is what the market was doing. Right? The message was being delivered. Right? That was just a knee-jerk reaction. To some political event, right? Now, this downside movement is not having it. Has come back inside the range, inside this 2 period range. Now the next thing, if there is something to the upside, the market will come back inside yesterday's range. I think these are a distraction now. if this upside movement, if I wanna measure what is up from this movement, is this movement a correction to this weak high? We're going to correct it. Okay, we have held back here. It might make, the thing is, it is weak again, right? To correct this held-back, market will come back down up to here. And that puts back the market, close to previous period held-back, close to 5100 as well. Now this is higher volume. I wonder if we will have a range here. Some kind of day like this one here. Narrow range. It's unbelievable, man. These things sometimes are so unbelievable that keep happening over and over, right? This one here. This one here, this one here. But by the time you made up your mind, okay, now, next time I'm going to sell from hard back. When you decide to do that, the market just moves in the opposite direction, right? Now, the profile has three periods wide now. That also sometimes, that also has a tendency to limit, the extension of this range. I think it looks like traders are focusing this low here. March low. Because that's the monthly. That's a more serious reference down here in the lower side. We have this monthly here, 5063 here. It happens to be also 2-week low. It's a weekly low, okay? And we check the daily, it's a week daily low as well. So there's a weakness in the daily, there is a weakness in the weekly, and it is a change. It represents change. If this level is traded through, it change. All time frames will show change now. The monthly is the last one to show change. Here has been taking, is buying right from support, and also buying from right from inside the gap. There's nothing here. There's nothing below this level, and closing this gap actually puts the market really close to the 100 in Nasdaq, right? We are in this lower side in Nasdaq. I took my short when I saw the market selling. When I realized, right? Not when I saw, I realized the market was selling from. Okay, man, it seems like there's something valid here. Huh? Traders have seen this. Now, what I did here, I just moved this from the upside. I moved it from here, I moved it down here. Okay, where this can be? Okay, I found something here. Really nice there. Now right now I'm not doing anything now. Again, this is how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unbelievable. Nine, nine week, nine levels, intraday levels and daily as well, from that the market has used to sell. Right? But it doesn't mean that they have to be corrected. Uh, doesn't mean that it has to be corrected. I will cover that information. And what happens, I've noticed, and maybe you have noticed this too, was when everybody forgets about those pieces of information, that's when the market comes back to check those ones out. And right now that the market is breaking, they decided they have it now. They have beat an habit in how many, 4 or 5 months of buying, buying. Doesn't matter how bad the low looks, just buy it because the market will come back. They come back and make new highs, making new highs, making new highs. How many highs this market has made? How many new highs? Like 20 something like that. Tempo is really bad here. Really bad. Very mechanical. I don't want to be honest, I don't want to be part of the short side here. I just don't want to be. The market may have another 100 points break, the market may reach the 60, uh, but I'm not going to be part of it. For example, the short that I would look at is this one. I would take maybe 60, 50s. Actually, that is what I was using, the 65 puts. But the risk, I mean, I will be risking 10 points per put, and that's a lot for the. I don't see the conviction here. I don't see the market, really okay. With conviction trading lower, and there's tremendous weakness on the upper side. Weakness that all these levels that I have in the upper side that we just talked about, they are just not there, right? So I will be taking too much risk. The market may reach this reference, but the risk is just too high. It will be too high. And if I use futures, there's a lot of chop out as well that's happening. And when that happens, when we have that, what happens is the market. I place my short, and because the risk, I won't use such and the volatility we're having as well. I wouldn't use such a wide stops, and what can happen is the market would come back, take my stop, and then move in the direction of my trade. That's the risk I'm taking, and I just don't like that. We never know, regarding your question, we never know when the market is going to get inventory. I use this, for example, when I use, let's take these ones out, and just keep this one, right? For example, this, if this is the ES, right? This is the ES, right? I'm talking about just the ES, nothing else. If this is the ES, this contract has started in March 12, here, right? Here. So this part is March contract. Now we are in June. All of this is history. If I talk just about the ES, all that's history. That doesn't matter. They are not here anymore. We have inventory from this day, right? This part is long. These are kind of like a late longs here. This is 12, yeah, this is 12. Now all the longs that came to the market with a new contract, all those ones are out. So now we have short inventory. And all this is short. Probably just liquidation of these ones and these ones because of the volatility and the way how the market is behaving. That's what it looks like, right? And what we can actually see in the market reach this level here, we may see some acceleration from this level, right? And when the market gets, if the market gets down here, what you may think is, boy, this market is too short now. The market has to come back up, especially after all those weakness, that weak levels that we have seen in the upper side. But we can actually have some downside acceleration because bigger participants now are watching their positions, getting even. There can be some liquidation and there's some risk here as well. And when is it going to come? I don't know. Unfortunately, I cannot answer that question. And I don't think nobody or somebody else who knows. Now, in the upper side, from where the market is coming, when we have this kind of like low days, slow days, this is some area, for example, from previous day that had volume. This one here. What the market did? What 2 days did relative to the market? Do you remember we were talking about this area in A? What's happening with the shorts and longs? And now this is the market short. These are shorts from yesterday, and they are still here. Same goes here, and same goes in the upper side as well. This one and probably this area too. Look at this area: low volume, medium volume, but it's 15, 17, 12, 20 here. And the higher that we have now is 15 here, 16, right? Very, very, very concentrated, right? And I don't have here, I don't have other, I can maybe use, I can use this, for example, to check what do we have here, right? This, and I don't use because there's just too much information. This slows the program, the app. I have only 23 days. And this is what I don't like. Now it's glitching here. This is these two are mirroring these 3 days. Now what do I do now? And still we have 50 days here. I still haven't reached. Now we have something here. Right? Can you see how there's no volume here? This day, this contract has no volume here. So that's irrelevant. It is, for me, it is a new territory here right now. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Has frozen, this chat has frozen now. Oh. Oh, I think it's back. Yeah, it's back here. Look at where it's coming from. Selling from half-bar, buying from half-bar. There's nothing here. There's nothing in this market right now. Nothing. There's potential for short covering? Yes. Can the market move up high really fast? Yes. It is going to do it? Who knows? It is doing it? No. Is there potential? Yes. Do I know what's going to happen? No. I don't know. Right? And all those are questions, right? We are always asking those kind of things. Now, what happened here might happen here again. Let's see. This would be the same. This is just unbelievable, man. You just can't believe these things. When these things start to happen, you just can't believe it. Selling from this low. I am not that kind of trader. Right? I'm not that kind of trader. There are people that maybe this kind of traders that sell from those levels. That is what James called fast traders, right? Fast trading. There's a lot lately. Probably those have a lot of success. Now, look at this again. Well, what's happening, right? And even more than that, what we have here, I think there can be something here. Maybe Northern Ireland now, but this one here, this one, I thought I removed all these things. This one here, I'm going to record it as a daily hardback here. This one here. This hardback is there. Right? Not just hardback. You have hardback, previous period high, previous day low. It is supreme mechanical level here. I need to let these ones go as well. Let's erase these things. I had a 5100 right here. You know, we were talking about the daily here, the intraday. The interaction of the intraday happened in the daily as well. Now we have the same thing. Same thing here, same thing here. Same thing, exactly the same thing. Right? I mean, the risk here, the risk of being short, I think is really high here. This market can have a big break, but I don't know if I can join it. I will be able to join if that happens. The risk is just too much. Now this is hardback. It was a couple ticks. Now it is exactly hardback, man. If you are a bigger trader, you are watching this. You are watching this. How this inventory is getting short. And this is inventory getting short now. Weak hands. Weak hand traders getting short here. We have this from yesterday. This one also from yesterday. This can be support if there's any movement to the upside. This is super weak here. And notice how the action to the downside has not ended yet. Right? From yesterday, the action remains to the downside. It's getting weaker and weaker. Every time the market is having some downside continuation, every time it's getting weaker and weaker. Now, Can the market come back to 51.20? Here takes this trend line and come back out here? Who knows? I don't know. Right now it's coming back inside this range. Right? It doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen. So what happens if it doesn't happen? That was a question yesterday. Every time something could happen, it didn't happen yesterday. And sometimes we get, you keep buying the market yesterday, and today I don't know, but today we may have an opportunity to the upside. I'm just thinking, right? That is one scenario. If that happens, because of what happened yesterday, because I was stopped up so many times before, I may hesitate now to go with the market if that happens. That's always a possibility. We never know what is going to happen, and that's something we have to deal with here. Now the action to the downside has ended. This movement, what we have had just right now, ends that. Now, are we going to have a rally here? How long this action? Are we going to have an action to the upside? And are we going to have sideways trading? Is this going to be rebalancing just for the market to keep going lower? All those questions are always there. Can the market repair today's high? Can the market take a 5100? Now we have a low. This is what we have here. $4.16 low so far, right? We are just, again, just like yesterday, one time frame lower ended early in the morning. So we have also rotation here. Same thing happened yesterday. We did not have a rotation yesterday. Because those are just odds, right? It doesn't have to be, not necessarily have to be narrow, really narrow range. We are trading today. We have narrow range, but the VIX, the volatility is high. We are, how much is the VIX now? How much is the volatility in this? 18.6. It was 19. Has kind of has get better. Sorry about that noise. That's my chair. I have a chair that makes so much noise. All right, all right. See, the market is paying a lot of attention to this low here. There can be a short below this or a long above this, but the 5100 is right there as well. Now POC is 4 white now. The profile is 4 white. We have a excess in the lower side. We do not have excess in the upper side. And range is very low. Volume is higher, but when and then I don't pay too much attention to that when we don't have a directional move here. Notice where the buy is coming. I will mark in the same way as I mark this high. Where? What the heck? Oh no, this one here. This is a really non-completed action here. That is happening. That has happened here as well. This is a non-completed action here you have here. It's not taper here. We get a rotational day. A rotational days we have more opportunities, but these opportunities are not that much. Don't develop that much. Right? It doesn't necessarily has to be like that. Right? Remember, it doesn't have to be like that. Back again to the 5100s. Seems like there's going to be also we have a very prominent overnight POC, right? Value overlapping to yesterday's range. We have value building right around yesterday's low. Alright, it is 11:20. Unless you have any questions, I guess I'm going to call it a day. Seems that we're going to have a rotational day. I wish you guys a really good rest of the day. Stay safe. Have a happy trading. Have a wonderful trading day. All right? Stay safe. Bye bye.